All right, I'm being told Rahul Kaval, who's at the Vasant Valley School, is joining us. Rahul, just under half an hour, Prime Minister Narendra Modi will take the stage, begin that much-awaited address. What's the buzz at the Vasant Valley School where you're at?
You know, we're currently at Delhi. The air is buzzing with anticipation. I thought when we'd come here, we'd see lots of very gloomy faces, people unhappy with the fact that they'd been asked to stay back for much longer than usual class and school hours, but people hugely excited. In fact, let me speak to some of the students. First and foremost, how many of you are really unhappy about the fact that you're stuck here still, having to listen to the Prime Minister? And how many of you think it's a great idea and are excited about listening to our new Prime Minister? So, okay, let me take this first. How many want to listen to Prime Minister Narendra Modi speak when he starts in half an hour from now? Put your hands up. The hands are going up very cagily. Not everybody, not sure. Okay, how many of you would rather not be here and not listen to the Prime Minister? Good, good. We're a free country. Everybody has an opinion and is entitled to express that opinion. So I'd say it's about 70-30. 70% of the people excited about being here, 30% saying it's a big bore. Okay? Who put up their hand when I asked them about whether they were excited about being here? You did? Okay, can I just find a way of squeezing my way in and finding out from you, why are you excited about being here, wanting to listen to our Prime Minister?
Yeah, so I'm excited because it's a revolutionary moment for our country, because something this never happened before, you know. And being Teachers' Day, the Prime Minister talking to students is something new, and all of us aren't really accustomed to something like this, and we aren't sure what it's going to be about. But I hope he talks about the difference between education and schooling, because both of them overlap, but they aren't always, you know, one thing. So I hope that this talk opens up my eyes, and I hope that it's a fruitful experience for all of us to hear.
That's interesting. Who else is excited about wanting to listen to the Prime Minister? That young gentleman over there, let me find my way across. Yes, tell me, what is it that you'd like to hear Prime Minister Modi say? Can I just squeeze in, please?
I would like to hear him say that why education is important for our country and why we should educate everyone in our country. Yeah, that's it.
But the Prime Minister has never spoken in the past. Do you all follow politics at all, or do you do? Little bit. So what do you think of Prime Minister Modi and the fact that he won with the sort of mandate that he did?
That it's good. Yeah. It's good.
How do you see Prime Minister Modi compare with Rahul Gandhi?
Just Narendra Modi has like better speaking skills, then he can reach the audience in a better manner than Rahul Gandhi, and Rahul Gandhi's like doesn't reach the audience at all.
Despite being much younger. Okay, so what do you think of Modi's speaking capabilities, and what would you like to hear the Prime Minister say?
I think he should just talk about like the importance of teachers and schooling, and yeah.
Okay, so let's speak to a few of the teachers as well. And I've got the principal of Vasant Valley School. Ma'am, why don't you explain? There she is. She's there in the corner. I must go out and find her. She's just run away right across. Ma'am, we've already announced on live TV that you're going to join us, so now you don't really have the option of going away. Why don't you explain to us, ma'am, some of the preparations that have been made? How tough was it to convince parents, students to stay back, or do you feel that they're actually excited?
I don't think it was tough for us to convince parents or teachers or children for that matter to stay back, because all of us were excited about listening to the Prime Minister speak. We all know that he's a great orator. And we're quite happy. The attendance, in fact, is very good today. So it seems that the students are very keen to stay back and listen to the Prime Minister. Also that the school finishes only at 3:15, 3:30. So it was not that we were staying back much longer than beyond our school hours.
Something like this, at least in contemporary Indian history, has never been done. We've had Pandit Nehru, who used to speak to young kids, but in this fashion, live, with big TV screens all across the country, has never been done. What do you make of the idea of the Prime Minister wanting to reach out to the young generation?
I think it's a very smart move. He knows that this is the generation which he will hand over the baton to, and India is a very privileged position in the next few years where almost 70% of our population will be under the age of 30. So he knows that this is the group which is going to make or break our nation, and I'm sure they will make our nation greater than what it has been in so many years. So he's reaching out to the right audience.
Okay, great. Thank you so much, ma'am. Let me speak to some of the other teachers. Okay, now the school must clap for the principal. In what sort of a school are you? Whatever the principal says must get a big round of applause. Let me go across to the teachers at the back. Okay, that's enough makkanbaji. There's a very long round of applause going on and on. Ma'am, Teachers' Day is essentially supposed to be about teachers, and some of the teachers SMS'd me to say he should have probably done this on Children's Day as opposed to doing it on Teachers' Day. What do you make of what Prime Minister Modi is trying to do?
I think he's trying to bring out the importance of teachers in today's day and age, because I think most of the kids now are not so excited about the teachers, and I think the teacher profession is also going down. So we need to encourage the younger lot to move on to this.
Some people made the point that maybe the Prime Minister's priorities are wrong. We saw in some places where plasma screens were being bought in schools which didn't have even toilets or infrastructure. You, of course, have the infrastructure required to do something like this. But people suggested that maybe the Prime Minister's priorities.
No, I think this is just right. This is required in today's day and age.
Yeah, the focus, though, on previous Teachers' Days, at least when I was in school, used to be on all the teachers. Now, the focus is on the Prime Minister. Are teachers feeling, oh, this is supposed to be our big day, and the Prime Minister is pooping up?
No, not exactly, because I think with coercing the students and convincing them to stay on, so the importance of Teachers' Day has been kind of reiterated. And with the Prime Minister reaching out to a larger audience, more and more people get even more aware about the Teachers' Day.
And does it make teachers feel extra special that, okay, nobody's done this in the past. Here's a Prime Minister who's emphasizing to young people the importance of it.
I'd actually like to see what I'd like to hear what he says and then decide. Because
that's important. That's very good. And I think that's the most important and sensible thing, that let's first hear the Prime Minister speak. Let's not get carried away. But what are young people wanting to hear the Prime Minister say? What is it that you have in mind? What would you like to see the Prime Minister say?
I don't know. I think it would be good if he could reach out to everyone, because, like you said, this hasn't happened before. And if he could actually say something that made sense, because right now we don't know what he's going to say. We've all stayed back in school, but now we're going to see what he's actually going to say, and if that makes a difference to our lives. Because, like ma'am said, a lot of teachers, a lot of people aren't going into the teaching profession anymore. And if people were encouraged to do that, that's good. So more people in the country are educated. So.
What do you think of the Prime Minister's story? Yeah, okay, she deserves a round of applause. That was a very good answer. Well done. So, what do you think of the Prime Minister's life story? A chaiwala rising from a railway station, railway platform in Vadnagar, small village in Gujarat, going on to becoming India's Prime Minister.
I think it's extremely inspiring. It tells us that anyone can do anything. And all of us would have more privileges than anyone else over here, but we need to know that we have competition out there as well. If he could do that from what he had, then we need to know that we do have competition. We have to work hard to achieve what we can achieve.
Do you agree with that? The fact that his is an inspirational story, and it shows not just those who study in big schools, but even those who don't have the privilege of coming to schools such as yours, that they don't necessarily lag in any.
Yes, and I've always seen my mom telling both my brother and I that, this is such a big example that a chaiwala has gone to become the PM of the country. So, for someone who wants to achieve, nothing can stop that person.
Okay, you want to come in?
No, that's exactly, I agree with her, because from where Narendra Modi started to where Narendra Modi is, it's such a big journey and it's a long journey. And we students are so privileged, and we've got everything, and we could do much more to improve the country.
Some people say that this is the Prime Minister trying to use this as a political opportunity, that because he's a BJP politician before he became Prime Minister, he's trying to convert all of you. So when you grow up and cross 18, you vote for him. That's what the Congress is saying. Do you think they're being unfairly targeting the PM when they say that?
Yeah, I don't think that's true. I think his story is inspirational. That we shouldn't look at the bad thing. We should look at the good part of it.
What would you like to hear the Prime Minister say?
You
like the way he speaks?
Yeah, I do. He is a really good orator.
So what is it about the way he speaks that you like?
He's really confident. His language, the way he presents himself, he knows how to project himself, and that's what reaches out to people.
Okay, so what we're going to do is we just have a short while to go before this big speech happens, which is why we're all here. That young gentleman has his hand up. So what we'll do is we'll slip into a quick break, all right? We'll come back. We can see ourselves live right in front on that big screen there. So we've got that big screen where all of you can be seen right now, where we'll be listening to the Prime Minister speak in a short while.
All right, headlines today is talking continuously to senior school students to gauge their reaction to Prime Minister Narendra Modi's speech ahead of his broadcast in just a few minutes from now. But now we bring you the reaction of younger children who seem to be looking forward to Narendra Modi's address with equal fervour.
We're inside Delhi's Vasant Valley school where arrangements have been made to show Prime Minister Narendra Modi's Teachers' Day speech to young children here. I've got class 4 and 5 students here with me who are anxiously waiting for the speech to start. There's a projector that's been set up here where they'll be watching Prime Minister Modi when he starts his address in a short while from now. Let's go across to the students and find out what they know about Prime Minister Modi and what are their expectations from this speech. What's your name?
Uday.
Uday, what's going to happen here at 3 o'clock?
Mr. Modi, the Prime Minister of India, is going to address us a speech.
And it's the first time that something like this has been organized, because never before has any Prime Minister addressed young school children. Is it true?
Yes.
Are you looking forward to it?
Yes.
All right. What about you? What's your name?
My name is Shiv.
Okay. Shiv, your school usually gets over at 3:15, right?
Yes.
And today you have to stay back till 5 o'clock.
Yes.
What's going to happen here?
The Prime Minister of India, Dr. Narendra Modi, is going to address his speech for Teachers' Day, and it's the first time it's ever going to happen in the school.
All right. And what do you think the Prime Minister wants to tell you?
That we're the future of India.
Very good. So children already know what the Prime Minister is going to say. They think that Modi is going to talk to them about the future of the country and how they are the future of India. What's your name?
Naira.
Naira, what do you want the Prime Minister to tell you? What kind of stories are you looking for him? Are you looking forward to it?
I'm looking forward to it, and I think it's going to inspire us to make India better.
All right. And do you have a message to the Prime Minister? Because he's addressing all you school children. Do you want to tell him something?
I want to tell him that he is being very helpful to India by giving this speech to help them to do the education properly so that they can get a good job when they grow up.
All right. And what do you know about Prime Minister Narendra Modi?
That he was a tea seller before this time, and he had to candidate with, and he had to campaign with Arvind Kejriwal in Varanasi. And they also thought the traffic in Varanasi was entertainment, since they don't have any televisions, and it was all because of Modi that he's given them entertainment. Right. And he's also he's wanting to build new education.
All right, students are obviously very politically aware. For a class 4 student, he already knows that Modi had to contest against Arvind Kejriwal when he fought the elections from Varanasi.
All right, those small kids really wise. They know everything that's going to happen in a short while from now. Just a few minutes left now for Prime Minister Narendra Modi to start speaking, addressing students, thousands, lakhs and crores of students across the country. My colleague Preeti Chaudhary joins me live from the newsroom for more on this.
Thanks, and of course, Simi and Rahul getting us the very latest from the Vasant Valley School. But just take a look. The Government of India, Ministry of Human Resource Development, the website completely transformed for this mega speech. 4 YouTube channels have been started. You can see 4 YouTube channels here. Now, if I'm going to click on any one of them, now this is the page that comes forth. Now, you can see this multi-window which opens up right there. The Manekshaw Centre, New Delhi, where, of course, Narendra Modi would be speaking, Imphal, Leh, wherever the live streaming of Narendra Modi is going to be given. All those places are going to be cut across too. I'd also like to just take you to the kind of languages that we are talking about, that Narendra Modi's speech is going to be translated in. So, of course, English, Hindi, Gujarati, Odia, Telugu, Marathi, Urdu, Punjabi, Bengali, Kannada, Malayalam, Assamese, Tamil. Now, all of these languages that Narendra Modi's speech is going to be translated in. Interestingly, we'd also like to take our viewers through the letter that Narendra Modi sent to various schools across India. My greetings to the entire teaching community on Teachers' Day. I also offer my tribute to Dr. Radhakrishna on his birth anniversary. I feel privileged to write to you on this auspicious occasion. Of course, it's an invitation to listen in to his speech, which is touted to be over an hour long. Trust headlines today to get you up to speed with all the developments. So that's the letter that we are talking about. That is the website which is completely changed to air Narendra Modi's speech. And of course, this is the live streaming. Just about to begin, Sana, if I can tell our viewers, this Manekshaw Centre, New Delhi, is where Narendra Modi would be speaking. And then, of course, cutting across live to those various other windows. Of course, they're going on flipping Dantewada, Imphal, Leh. So children all across India waiting in to listen to the Prime Minister. It's back to the studio.